Hello, I'm Matt and welcome to Badger Workshop. I've got a new tool. I went for this model after some advice and some help from my Patreons, so thank you very much. It's the Record Power air filter. Now I've been meaning to get one of these since I started woodworking. I try and take my health and dust collection seriously, and you probably see me wear a respirator a lot of the time. But I can see the dust floating in the air and I can tell how much there is by what settles on surfaces. So this unit should be good for my lungs and also help keep the workshop a bit cleaner. I did look into the smaller round models, but apparently they're a lot noisier and everyone recommended this one. The trouble is my ceilings. This is designed to be hung from the ceiling, but you can see I would bang my head on it. And I always knew that would be a problem, and that's why I didn't buy this sooner. But I thought I could mount it on its side on the wall. Now this is not what the manufacturer recommends, but I felt I didn't have much choice. So in the box was the manuals in several different languages, and a kit for hanging it to the ceiling and a remote control. My plan is to make a shelf for it to sit on. So I've got this scaffold board. I'm going to make the shelf the full length of that gap, so I'll mark out oversized how long it needs to be, and then I'm roughly going to cut it to length using the jigsaw. This board has got quite a bad twist in it, and that's why I'm using the jigsaw to cut it. To remove the twist, I get it planed down and then reconfigure the machine and get it thicknessed. With the board nice and flat, I can then use the sliding table on the table saw to get it trimmed to its final length. I get 2 bits of wood trimmed to the same length, and they're going to go together in an L shape for this to sit on. To join these 2 pieces together, I'm just going to use some screws. So first I drill some holes with a countersinking bit. I can then get some glue applied to one edge, get the 2 pieces butted up to each other and screwed together. I don't know how heavy this unit is, but it's going to need some more support, so I'm going to make some brackets. I mark out how long they need to be, and then use some paint cans to draw a curve just to make the shape a bit more interesting. I can then take it to the bandsaw and get the first bracket cut out. With the first one cut out, I can then use it as a template to mark out the second one and then get that cut out in the same way. To clean up all the saw marks, I use the bobbin sander. I don't like to waste any space, so I thought I'd integrate some storage into this shelf. So into one of the brackets, I'm going to drill a hole that's going to accept a dowel. I can then get the first bracket glued and screwed into place. It's not going right up to the end because that's why I need to screw into the stud. With it in place, I can get the dowel, which actually is a broom handle, into place and work out how long it needs to be. I then get it marked out and I can get it cut down with a Japanese saw. With the broom handle in, I can then get the second bracket put on and glued and screwed into place. And that's the shelf done. So now I can just get it attached to the wall. There are 3 studs on this wall, so I can get a few screws at either end and in the centre, so it should be plenty strong enough. Now I can get the filter up and into place. I actually realised it'd be better the other way around, as the bit you're seeing with the controls, that's actually the exhaust, and I'd rather have the filter the other way around so it's facing more into the workshop. So while I was in the mood for putting things on that bit of wall, I thought I'd keep going and get all my clamps up. I saved all my scraps of dowel, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to use them up. I made a clamp rack last year, but my collection of clamps has grown since then, so I need a bit more capacity. In some scraps of 3x2, I use a Fulton bit to drill about 3/4 of the way through. The drill bit leaves a mark at the centre point, and I use a pilot drill just to drill the rest of the way. I then get some PVA wood glue into the holes, spread out, and then I can get the dowels put into place. Then in that small hole I drilled, I get a screw put in through the back just to lock them in place. Using a countersinking bit, I just get a couple of holes put into each bracket so I can screw them to the wall. And then I can just get them put up and get some clamps on. So they just hang off these dowels nicely, but they don't hang straight to some of them, so I added some extra ones to these brackets just to hold the clamps level. For my quick clamps, I just did something very simple. 2 bits of wood glued together, and then I can just clamp the clamps to the rack. The dowel I fitted to the original shelf, then can get spring clamps and small clamps put on it. And that's it all done. All my clamps in one place. So that's it all up. So this is not the recommended way to install it. It should be hung from the ceiling according to the manufacturer, and it should be up a bit higher than this. But in this space, this is the only option I've got. So table saws here, sucks in here, and exhausts there. So it's pretty central how it sucks in. So hopefully it should do a good job. And it doesn't actually take up too much room on its side like this. I think the clamps look pretty cool like that, and they're right at hand for the assembly table, so that works well. Let me put it on. So that's it on, and it started on low, which this is spec'd for a much larger workshop than this, so low's probably okay. Let's increase to medium, so it's still really quiet, and that's it on full speed, so incredibly quiet that. I could still have the radio on over that. And there's also a timer function, so you can have it running while you're not in here, but I'm in and out all the time, so I doubt I'll use that much. So I hope this was useful to someone. Thanks for watching, thanks to my Patreons, and please subscribe for more videos.